Going on, gods? We back outside in nature, rekindling our information within. I want to talk about the corruption of the government, the fall, the shutdown. You see a lot of crazy stuff happening in this current moment. A lot of low vibrational shit. Whether that's political, whether that's the school system, whether that's immigration, whether that's criminals, you know what I'm saying? But the war spiritually is becoming more stronger. People are fighting this war within and realizing it's not us. It's them. It's them wanting power and control over the mind that they will never get. But not, some people they may get some souls and to get brainwashed, but some are also waking up to the truth. And the truth is that we are not only fighting the opposition. This whole fight is about our life force, you know what I'm saying? And you either bringing life force to the politics, you either bringing life force to, the corruption, or, just the matrix in general. And the matrix is wanting us to fall short to having our own self-knowledge. Everything is designed to look without. And what the ways they attack us is through instinct. Knowing that our instincts to survive, our instincts to mate is what they want. They pretty much use that force, that power that causes us to want to live, pretty much pay for food. Food is rising. Y'all notice. Food, they poison the food more and more. Everybody is like eating trash, and we're paying more for trash. The more slower we get. And then when we try to pay for good food, healthy food such as fruits, vegetables, paying more for that also. It's harder to find. You go to the deli right now. You don't see a lot of vegetables and fruits, and coconut water costs $5 and apple juice is $5. Now, with that being said, the food's going up. Now, what are people doing? They having to work more harder. Guess what else is going up? The rent. And what's going down? The worth of the dollar bill. So this is corruption. This is the fall of the matrix. And pretty much, we can't live how we used to live because of change. Evolution. And pretty much there's a difference between you working for the power of the system, which is failing, but bringing back that spiritual force. Because when we go within, what do we gain? A spiritual guide. And the guide that I've experienced is, if I keep working, not only am I losing my life force for a company that don't even care if I die tomorrow. Not only am I losing life force for that, if I work hard, I still won't be able to pay for things that I want. I will be living to survive, bro. And that's what America's about. My My interpretation is that there will be a rise of internet money. You know, and internet money is basically getting constructed also because they are waking up to their true power of knowing that authenticity is part of making internet money. You have to have a soul that's gravitating for other souls to like or look into or want to be like. You know, you see young boy, people are praising him like he's God. He's the up and coming. He's only 25, young star, and guess what? He's being controlled. Every rapper is signed to a record label. There's plenty of people that's online that has started their brands. Brands is rising too. I see a lot more brands. People are like, oh, you know, if I make a brand, then that'll help me gain financial freedom. That too is because of authenticity. You know, and they take it. The way people are taking over the brands. They got designer, and they have Fashion Nova. They have Shein. So the real authenticity is people posting on the internet their lives. You know, their day to day. But then, at that point, they're not pushing that in the algorithm. Some people may get a little push, you know what I'm saying? But they're not speaking the truth of how the rise of the non-ether beings is coming up in society. And we are the chosen ones that created everything from the atomic black, the black non-ether, you know, being skin is melanated, non-infinity, you know, created by nature, you know, created by the universe. We are the main ones that they're trying to distract from us getting to know and understanding on a high frequency level. You know what I'm saying? And the promise for us to gain that power back is coming. And pretty much they're knowing that in the end, they only have so much time to control us or try to control the population until we understand that, man, we all just looking for this cheap pleasurement of dopamine that will never fulfill to give us long-term success. Everything is short-term. Work is short-term. People can fire you in short term if you don't do the right requirements of the company. We can rent the apartment, but we're working so hard to maintain the apartment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the economical system is looking so dry and pale. It's looking very much more of a perspective of clearness. Like, it's pretty much our pineal glands are more activated than how it was before. It's being more obvious, you feel me? They don't want us to remember that. So for right now, they're causing us to manifest or want to manifest a war. Because if a war breaks down, and pretty much how they wiped out this country before, or the non-ether beings that once lived here before us, they want that to happen again and have a recirculation of information they can program us with, such as AI, because they can't get rid of what happens now. They could have got rid of it in the past because of technology. Wasn't really that much social media and things like that. So now they're trying to gain a new generation of stupidity, of degeneracy. But it's pretty much obvious that the school system is failing to provide the information that is up to date, you know? So what's going on is with this promise of gaining information that is inside internally, the sun is gonna give us the information that we once had, and the nature is gonna go back to how it used to be. Pretty much, what's outside is within, and what's within is out. So, outside is externally is in a reflection of our reality internal. We are tired, and our souls are being freed. While we are on this planet, our souls is being freed to a point where they can't control us how they used to be due to corruption of enslavement. And it used to be physical, now it's mental. And with mental and slavery comes with us being free from the matrix of the Jewish control, because the Jewish is controlling the court system. They're controlling pretty much the educational system, and they're not telling us how to make a dollar. You know what I'm saying? They're not telling us how to make financial well, how should I say this? Financially grow. And the worth of the dollar bill is slowly taking a turn, is going down. So pretty much, it's either people are going to have to go to war for what they believe in, which is going to happen, because none of this shit matters, and the war is going to start. It's not going to be against the countries how they used to be. They used to brainwash us into thinking, because the countries are working together. So the war is going to be for the enslavement of the mind, and there's going to be a time. It may not be now. It may not be in the next 10 years or the next 9 years, but there will be a time where people are gonna start trying to free the minds of each other, and the fight is gonna be you either with us, the Nine Ethers, the Anunnaki gods, the creators of this planet, or you're gonna fall short to being controlled by the MK, them having the power to tell you what to do, which is pretty much not only the white people, but the low frequency beings, the demonic forces that work against us, or the righteousness. It's either we wake up to the true nature of who we are as a being. Nature is one of that, is a proponent. You know, you keep fighting against the truth, or it's gonna be a chance where you're gonna keep providing false agendas. You know, the gay agenda, you know, just the money thing, you know, pay for love, and you know, raising the frequency of your internal being. That's gonna be the fight also. Not looking external for religion or control. And just being free and authentic. That's what the Matrix wants you to stay in prison too. So at the end of the day, you can either be your authentic self, your internal self, you know, what God created you to be, loving, you know, and have a passion for, or you can keep working for the system and keep enslaving your own kind. And everybody's getting fucked over, you know. It don't matter about the race. We are the creators of all. Of course, we are the supreme being, but it's like, it's the enslavement of the mind. You've got to remember, we're not physically being a slave. So at this point in time, the people have to come to a realization that they can keep praising this false God narrative. You know what I'm saying? This lower vibrational self of being. Or they can praise the higher self of being that is oversees everything that's going on. You know, not through the mind, not looking at this world through the ego or the mind. because the mind can't tell what's right or wrong. It's biased. It's very much biased. It's a paradoxical world. We are living in our authentic selves, which is without the mind, which is the creator of the creation, which is the unity and divine being of wanting to be free, bro, and to live free and to have an enjoyment of life and not live in survival and survival instinct or any instinct to being controlled over by. You can be controlled over by anything, and it's you separating that from you losing yourself authentically. Let's say I'm addicted to the phone. Now I'm gonna work on being separated from the phone, detaching from the phone, giving myself more the power of controlling the phone and not letting it control me. When I get on the phone, I make it work for me. That's a form of freedom. Or working a job. If I'm gonna work a job, if I'm gonna do something that involves me having to pay my bills or live a better lifestyle, that's the point of a job. So most people don't like their jobs, they're just living to survive. I'm gonna find ways that can eventually I can get a payback and dividends for how much I'm working. You know, maybe invest, find different investments, because there's a million investments now. Maybe move somewhere else, move to a cheaper state. When I invest, I can move to a cheaper state and then start a grounding point and then work my way up to where I want to really be. That's another way of freedom. So everything is about freeing the mind, freeing the soul from this point of enslavement. And slavery is still a thing. So I'm out, y'all, and I appreciate y'all for watching, and peace. 999 out.